Okay. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Okay. Now we are
No,
live. Okay. Now we are in live. So I'm gonna put you guys in small rooms, right? But above it all, wait a minute. But above it all, I'm gonna put the questions in the chat, right? Guys, are you hear me?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sí.
Mm-hmm. First one, the first part here. Mhm. First part on the chat. The second part too. So guys, today we're gonna talk about movies. I like of this term, and I hope you enjoy this conversation. Okay. So see you guys in some minutes. Okay. I think 3 or 4 rooms is enough. Right. Here. See you later, guys. Hi, Renata. Hi, Tamara.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Let me present myself. First of all, my name is Nicole Souza. I remember that I didn't present myself. Forgive me for that. But I am Nicole Souza. I am 17 years old. I live in Sergipe. Today, my hair is a mess, I confess, but I put the van here because it's really hard here at all. Okay, today we're gonna talk about. Oh, if you guys want to present yourself, you're free to do that. Don't be shy. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Renata.
go, Tamara.
Okay, so my name is Tamara. I'm living in Arara, São Paulo, with my husband, my cat, and my dog. I don't have children, and I don't have intent. I am 34 years old. I'm working from home. I'm inside sales and customer success. I'm working accountancy office. In my free times, I like to watch series and movies. And sometimes I don't put subtitles for training my listening. I love barbecue and the beer. And I think that's it.
And what about you, Tamara?
Oh, I'm
Really,
answer.
it was
I
Tamara right
guess
now.
now is Renata.
Hi, my name is Renata. I live in Itapetinga, a small city in the countryside of Bahia, but my hometown is Montes Claros, in Minas Gerais. I'm 30 years old. I'm a public server. I work as a food technician in a public school. Today, I'm in Fortaleza to take IELTS tomorrow, and that's it.
Hi, Luis. How's it going? Welcome to more one call.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon. All right, I don't know
Yeah,
exactly,
good
but
evening.
good evening. Yes.
So, Luis, we're gonna talk about today about movies actually, and if you want to present yourself, now we was actually a few minutes ago present yourselves. So if you want to present yourself, you're free to do that. Don't be shy, okay?
Okay. Well, my name is Luis. I will be fast on this presentation. My name is Luis. I have 28. I live in Minas Gerais, in a small city in the countryside state, and that's it. I have
Right.
28. I work with IT, and it's a pleasure to be here on TNT.
Um, let's go. So let's go start our conversation, right? The first question on chat is, what is your favorite movie and why? Anyone want to present? Does everyone? Okay,
Well,
go
yeah.
ahead, Luis.
Well, I really don't remember all the movies that I had watched, but I like Forrest Gump. I don't know exactly why, but for me, it's a very important movie. And Alto da Compadecida, bring a Brazilian movie too. I think that this is one of the best movies, and
I love this
in the
music either.
yes, yeah, that's it. I don't know exactly why. I think sometimes that if Alto da Compadecida was made by some in the US, they had won an Oscar, for example, but that's it.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I already watched this movie. I think it three times, four times with my mom. My mom loved this movie a lot. And you, Renata?
Well, it's really difficult to talk about just one movie because we learn different things from each them. But if I had to choose one, I'd say The Beauty and Beast, a classic movie of Disney. Take an important part of my life, and I also dance the theme, the music, in my wedding. So if I had to choose one movie, it's that.
And you, Tamara?
In my case, I really like the Dirty Dancing, but the first. I guess it's because in the past I really like dancing by myself. So, but I have more, and when I watch TV, I guess when passing the white chicks. So I guess if I am passing by, I stop and look at that. And for training my listening too, I don't put subtitles. And because I have a lot of the movie is so fun. And I think that's it.
Right. Well, my favorite movie is actually isn't just one actually, it's more, but I really love High School Musical. I don't know if you guys meet this movie, but I really love it because it's a musical And at the same time, guys, today is my last day in high school with that. And I just could imagine like, wow, all moments that I face in like my life. And sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm finished my high school. I need to go to the university now, or I need to get a job. Sometimes something like that. And High School Musical was part of this process in my life. I love watching with my friends, and also I love this music. I really love them. So the second question is, what kind of movies styles do you like more? Renata, do you want to share your opinion?
Yeah, well, I believe I don't have a favorite kind of movie that I really like. I believe it depends on my mood, on the time of the day. So when I'm feeling nervous, I like to watch some romantic movie or adventures. And when I need some action, I really like to watch action movies, for example.
And you, Tamara.
I really like the comedy movies and the romantic too, but depending on the moment. And I guess I like it to the horrible movies too. And that's it. And you, Luis?
Oh, I don't have two exactly kind of movie, but I like horrible movies. I don't know exactly, but almost the same that Tamara said. I like historical movies too, documentaries I like too, and that's it. I don't have exactly classic movies for me. It's a good option too.
I like classic movies either, but I really love romantic movies mainly because I like to watch K dramas, guys. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but most of K dramas you can see like a couple and like kisses and hugs, and I like, guys. I like to watch this kind of music when I am like really like bad or depressive, something like that. Sounds like that. And also I like dramatic music, dramatic movies. And one of them, let me see, Avengers. Whoa, I really love Avengers. So, and has more, but I don't have mine. Okay, so I'm gonna pass to the third question. Do you think that movies can bring an important message to your life? Renata, do you want to share your answer?
Okay, in my opinion, we can learn a lot from movies. So some of them are thought-provoking. So we reflect a lot after watching this kind of movie. Some of them are based on real stories. So we can learn some lesson and rethink about our attitudes and our behavior. But to be honest, I tend to don't like this kind of movie because I really like to watch movies to relax and distress, and sometimes this kind of movies are sad and boring.
Yes. And you, Luis?
Well, I totally agree with Renata. I think that a lot of movies bring some thoughts about our life or society. Sometimes could be hard to think about some things. There is a series, very powerful. We are talking about series about movies, but I would like to add that there is a series called Black Mirror that brings us a lot of hard thoughts. He, it's like a very powerful immersion in our mind, I think, in some episodes. I don't remember exactly a movie like that, but I'm sure that if we search, we will find a lot. And sometimes it could be good to watch just for improve our English, just to relax, to feel free, to spend free time, I think. And that's it. I'm totally agree with Renata. Oh my God.
Oh, again, I
How
believe her connection
Paul
is not
again.
good today.
Yes, you're back.
Okay, guys, I just leave for a second, but okay. What was the question? I don't remember.
Free.
The three question, a third question. So I think yes. I don't know if you guys already watch it, but has a movie called it's Steven Universo. It's actually a cartoon, but have a movie of this cartoon, and this movie brings a significant message, which is like inclusion, like how include people in our society, and is act and for a cartoon, this brings like a meaningful like situation, a meaningful reality. I can say that, right? So, we can pass to the question 4. Okay. Uh, Luis, do you want to? Can you read actually?
Yes, could you send again the question, please? Because I think that I don't have the question right now because
Oh, okay. I can.
I I
Okay,
entered
no
a little
problem.
bit late.
I don't answer. The number 3.
Please answer. Go ahead.
So,
Oh, you can please answer.
in, in my case, I think is, for example, like Luis said, if you watch the what's the name? Oh my gosh, I remember in Portuguese only. Horror story, yes, that's it, Luis.
Sorry, but I didn't get. What kind of words do you want to say?
Number 3,
Yes,
yes, I guess
but
when you watch this series, and after that, then I think about, then you stop and think it's like this here too, for example, because I don't know um, if you agree, but in my case, I can't, for example, watch the one and the other in the same day because it's so hard see the series.
All right. Now I think we can pass, right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, the question 4 is, if you think so, what movie brought a significant message to you? Luis said about Black Mirror. That was one, and I totally agree. I didn't watch all series, but I remember that I watched the first and the first, yeah, was the first and the second season. And wow, I'm like, wow. Okay, Renata, do you want to introduce?
What? The next question or about Black
Yes,
Mirror?
about no, about the next question.
Number 4,
Yes.
if you think so, that's movie brought a signal. Wow. It should talk about one specific movie.
Whatever you want. Can be just one or two.
Well, as I said, I don't like real stories or thought-provoking ones. But during the pandemic, I watched a movie called Miracle in Cell 7, because everyone told about the movie. It's successful in this time, and I cried a lot. It's because of that I don't like this kind of movie. In this movie, I can recognize the importance to have hope, to believe in you, in your ideas, no matter about the other's opinion and what society is thinking about. The story is based on a real case, and because of that, I believe I feel more. I felt more because it was really sad.
And you, Tamara.
In my case, I guess when I watched it for the first time, The Truman Show. Oh my gosh, I thinking after that, if it happened with us, I guess sometimes. It's really, it's so real, it's so possible.
Yes. I confess that has a kind in our reality has a kind of movies which actually just put in your face something that we are facing, As well, music do the same thing, does actually. Music does the same things. Have some music in your life that when we are listening, we are like, wow, I'm facing this situation. Okay, and you, Luis.
Well, I don't remember exactly uh, what movie brings to me a message because I don't remember all the movies, but I watched some movies that from person who just work all the life and one day she think that he just want to travel, something like this, all right? This is not a famous movie, but bring for me a thought about it. I'm thinking about it, all right? There is a lot of movies like A Ilha do Medo, for example. I don't remember the name in English. It's a psychological movie, very hard to watch. Uh, I don't remember exactly, but Uma Mente Brilhante. It's about a mathematician. Well, it's a very hard movies to watch. We watch these and think, oh my God, how can this happen? I think. Oh, I think that her internet connection goes down again. Movies about nature, for example, I think that could be very important. I don't know exactly, but in my mind, I have this as an important subject. And that's it. And we, what's happened? Maybe.
I don't know. But I answer number 5, yes?
Oh, go ahead, please. We're talking about number 4, all right?
Yes.
And go ahead to number 5.
Do you know the Truman Show in Portuguese, o show de Truman?
Yes, I know, but I've never watched this film, and I will watch. I will watch. I don't know exactly. I think that this is a very good movie, and I will watch this movie. You bring me a good tip. I will watch this movie.
It's nice. Do you know, Renata, this movie?
No, I just heard
Oh,
about, but I will take notes about your suggestion.
it's nice. Before you watch this movie, so you thinking a lot of about your life, about it. us. And I guess now it's number 5. That's it.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Can you read? Renata, please.
Yeah. If you could change a script of some movie, which one would be? Why? Well, it's really hard to think fast. But for example, a famous movie for teenagers like The Fault is on Stars. In this movie, the main character died in the end of the movie. So if I can change something, I'd say we can have a different final for this movie and everyone can stay together and he recovered from the cancer and we have a happy ending. And about you, Tamara?
I guess something like when you watch for example, I don't have a specific movie about this and I would like it change. But for example, talking about this, I guess it's something like for example, have a person and the person pass away. I guess it's something like then you stop and thinking about it, for example, because and you think why it's happened because or he or him died, and I think that's it. What do you think, Luis?
Well, I don't have exactly a movie that I would like to change the script, but when I was teenager, I watched a movie called O Menino do Pijama Listrado. And at that time, that movie, I read the book, and after I was teenager, maybe 13 or 14, I don't remember, but at that time, that movie impressed me a lot. Of course, that is an history about all the aspect, of course, right? But and it's impossible. I cannot change the script, of course, because all the message of the movie is in that history. That movie couldn't be different because that movie wants to show us what's happened with a lot of people, right? But at that time, that movie impressed me a lot.
Yes, it's something like that. For example, when this movie doesn't have a happy ending, so
Yes.
of course, yeah, I would like to change,
Yes.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hello, Blue.
Hello,
Hello.
Renato. Long time no see you. Hi, Luis. Good to see you here. How are you doing, guys? I'm here to
Hello.
help you. Maybe Nick's connection is not that good. So oh no, she went to a room, I think. she's being in room 4. So I'm here with you. Okay. I don't know what happened if someone asked for help there, but I'm here with you. So you're talking about movies, right? What were you talking now that I arrived? What question are you answering?
Number 5.
5. I will send the questions again, okay? Has everybody answered or not? Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Good. Oh, so can you move to the next? To 6? Yeah. I am here in the middle just to help you, okay, guys? So I will try to guide, but we are going to keep talking. I love movies, and I want to know from you if you have ever watched a movie that let you down. Let's start with you, Tamara. Have you ever experienced this?
Yes, when I watch the Fabulous Destiny of Amelie Polley, it's so boring. I can't watch the at the end yet.
Really,
my
this is such a
God!
famous movie. Everybody loves
Yes,
it.
I
I've
try
never
watch
watched.
this movie 2 times. So
Like, yeah, no, it's okay. No judgment here. No, if you didn't like it, it's good. It's all good. Hey, Andrew, have you ever watched a movie that let you down? Like, have you ever watched this one Tamara mentioned?
Do you ask for me?
I'll actually ask
Oh.
Renata, but you can answer, Luis.
Okay, no.
It's okay.
your connection
It's
frozen,
okay.
bro.
No, go ahead, Luis. Yes, I know. I will turn the camera off. It's bad. It was bad in my immersion already. Bad. But it's
Oh my God.
Renata or Luis, can you answer this question, please?
please.
Yeah, number 6. One movie that I can't watch every time is The Hobbit. It's one of favorite movies of my husband, but it's so annoying for me. The movie is so long, the story change all the moment, the background is really dark. So for me, it's impossible. I give up every time and I just sleep when he is watching.
Yes, I don't like dark movies either. Yes, I'm just like you. I think Tamara likes this kind of things, right, Tamara, or not? Hobbit and I don't know, Lord of the Rings. I'm not a fan.
Yes,
Yeah, you like
I
it.
like it.
Yes. I feel you. I'm not a huge fan, but it's okay. Uh, I would say The Lord of the Rings is a kind of movie or a series of movie that I that let me down. I can't pay too much attention to the story. It's a bit bad for me. Yeah. How about you, Luis? Now it's your turn.
Well, as I mentioned it before in the number 5, that was a movie that impressed me a lot. That was O Menino do Pijama Listrado. When I watched that movie, I had about 14. All the history impressed me a lot. There is a lot of movies that impressed me too, but that movie let me down. All the history, and that's it.
Yes, that's a really sad movie. I read the book when I was at school. It's really complex. I don't know if you girls have already watched it, but it's pretty sad. The book is sad too. All the story is really complex. Well, that's the next question is interesting. If you could give the Oscar to the movie that surprised you, what would the movie be? What movie would you give an Oscar? Let's start with you, Renata.
Oh wow, the movie that I will mention actually wins Oscar is, I don't know how can I say in English, but I believe it's Parasite. Um, because in the beginning, when we start to watch this movie, I start to thinking the story has no sense and I can't understand the plot, the characters, and the history. But when the time lasts, we can observe the story, the real meaning of the things. And I believe this movie catch attention and receive these prizes because the budget is really small and the story is interest and real, how can I say in English? He'll show the reality, but inside the relationships, the families, and among the society.
I've never watched. I know that this was huge and everybody was like talking a lot about this movie, right? But I've never watched it.
It's
But
really interesting. But in the
I
beginning, we
remember.
can't understand nothing.
There are a lot of social critics on this movie, right? Very good, very good. Tamara, have you ever watched this movie? What movie did you think in this question? Which movie would you give the Oscar to?
I don't know if this movie have the Oscar, but I think, in my opinion, O Alto da Compadecida is a Brazilian movie.
That's
And
good. I
I
have
like
no
it
idea.
so much deles Bela e o Prisioneiro.
Yes, I love this one. I need to watch it again because it's been a long time since I watched it. Oh my God, it's so romantic, and the songs and the soundtrack, just awesome. Very good. I need to watch it again too. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't know if this movie won the Oscar. I don't think so, but I will try to find here. Luis and you.
Well, I choose O Alto da Compadecida too, because
Really?
for me, it's one of the best movies that I've ever watched, and all the interactions in the movies for me are smart interactions. All the characteristics, I don't know exactly, but all the history and the context, we can see a lot of there's a lot of qualities in that movie. For me, I'm almost 100% sure that O Alto da Compadecida didn't won any kind of Oscar in any category, but just because it's a Brazilian movie, I think if Alto da Compadecida was an American movie, maybe it had won an Oscar.
Definitely.
Yes.
I was checking here on Google. They won the Grande Prêmio do Cinema Brasileiro. Oh no, they were nominated, not indicated. They were nominated. Yeah, very good. That's nice, guys. I loved it. I loved your answers. I'm trying to think of a movie I liked, that it was big. I don't know if you know, but I'm not a huge fan of movies. I am more into series because they are shorter. Um, there is a movie called Coco by A Vida é uma Festa, something like this, that is so cute. I don't know if this movie was like nominated for the Oscar. It's an animation, right? So I don't know, but I just loved it. And the songs, like the soundtrack, everything is amazing. And it's really cultural, I think it's beautiful. Maybe this one would win the Oscar for me. Well, the next question is really interesting about our first experience at the cinema. I had a class another day, and Edna complained with me. Why are you asking about my first time doing something? I don't remember. I'm old, so I hope you guys remember your first experience. Luis, do you remember your first experience at the cinema? When was it? What movie did you watch?
Yes, I do. I remember. It was Harry Potter, one of the first movies of Harry Potter in 2005, about. I don't know exactly, but I watched Harry Potter, the first movie, in the cinema. It was my first time on the cinema.
That's awesome. I loved it. A
Yes.
really remarkable movie, right? And well, really nice, very good. And you, Tamara, share with us.
When I was a child, it was my first time when I entered in a cinema. I had 6 years old, and I watched the King Lion. It's so amazing. I cry. I remember that. And I remember too, I have some flashes in my mind because I had 6 and I could fall on the only screen. It's because so big, you know, the first time when I saw the big screen.
Yeah, that's really nice. The Lion King is really cute. I don't know. Have you watched the live action now, like the new version? Have you watched it already, Tamara?
Yes.
Yeah, really nice, right? Really beautiful. I loved it. Very good. And you, hey, what was yours?
I'm not proud of this, but I was a child. I believe the first movie I watched in the cinema was Lua de Cristal because I was a big fan of Xuxa. And in this time, I believe she was the most important woman here in Brazil because she had the TV program and the musics. And since I was a kid, I really liked music. And because of that, I believe the first movie was Lua de Cristal.
Okay, no problem at all. No judgment. You know, yeah, like Xuxa is and was huge at that time, so it's okay. I think for me, guys, I remember 2 experiences, and I think the first one was I'm not sure if it was at the cinema or if it was at Parque da Mônica. But I remember myself like watching a movie, you know, there. So I will mention this one. I was watching a movie, a 3D movie at Parque da Mônica, but the other memory I have was watching Spider-Man, the second movie. And that's it. It was really nice experience. I went to the movies, watch Spider-Man with a friend, and it was nice. You know, not a friend, like an adult friend, you know. So it was nice because my parents were with me, you know. I was just going there with her. It was nice. It was a nice experience. Let's go to the next, girl. This is a good question. Do you think everyone in the world has access to this form of leisure? Really good question. Okay, let's start with you. What do you think?
Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's just one part of the society has access of this kind of program because, for example, here in Brazil, it's really expensive, and these places are located in shopping malls, for example. So maybe if the government can provide some kind of measure or policy, we can increase the number of people that have access. But nowadays, I believe we just have small programs. Sometimes they receive compensation or a small amount of money to attend the cinemas, but I believe it's just for a small part of our population. And sometimes some people, even they have money, they don't have interest to watch movies in cinema.
Yes.
This week I saw unusual information about the new movie of Avatar. The movie lasts 3 hours and they will provide a break in the middle of the movie because I believe nowadays people are accustomed to watch movies at home and they don't need to spend so much time seated and watching a movie.
Yes, I think the impact of the pandemic on the industry was big too. You know, now we can it's so much comfortable to watch the movies at home, right? And it's nice that they're going to offer this chance, you know, to just stop a little bit, to drink some water. 3 hours is a long time. So that's I think it's a good strategy. Yeah, very good. How do you see it, Tamara? Does I have my boyfriend lives in a city where there isn't any cinema. So I totally think this is not something accessible for everybody, you know. That's really, really sad, actually. But I also think the streaming platforms are offering everybody a good way, or a good, I don't know, a good way of like accessing movies, you know. I don't know. What do you think, Tamara? Go ahead.
For example, when I was a child, where I'm living, don't have a cinema. If because when I watched the Lion King, no, after 10 years, it's closed. So I guess after that, during 20 years, I guess, after that, appear other cinema in my city. For example, here, where I live, have one room about. It's a small city, so have one or two rooms about the cinema. But for example, if you have internet in your cell or at home, it's possible to watch the movie. For example, it's a new movie.
Definitely, and it's sad to say that, but like piracy nowadays is something big, right? If you can't afford the movies because it's not cheap, it's actually expensive. Maybe we can download, or like we can watch on a website. I'm sorry, YouTube, but it's true, right? Like it's true. It's not nice to say we do that, but it's the reality. Yeah. I won't lie. And how about you, Luis? What do you think about it?
Well, I think no. Doesn't everyone have this kind of access? When you think about movies, for example, as you said, here in my city don't have a cinema. I'm living now in a really small city, but even the internet, not everyone have internet connection. When you think about that platforms that you can pay, not less people have this kind of access, like Amazon movies, I don't know the name exactly, Netflix or Global Play. And this form of leisure, I think that doesn't everyone have access. I'm sure, because I started to watch movies in a place that I can rent. I don't know if this word, alugar, rent, in a place
Yes,
called,
rent.
yes, we had a lot of this here in the past, but nowadays we can use Netflix, but not everyone have this kind of access. For example, in the last years, I lived in a city that I had cinema, and I usually went there, but not too much too. I liked what movies at my home, for example.
That's good. What is the name of the app where you rent the movies, Luis?
Sorry, could you repeat, please? Because I didn't get
Of
this type of.
Of course. You said you use a website or like that you rent movies, right? Or
No,
you were talking about your past experience.
my past experience, not exactly a website,
Okay.
but a physical site here. It had a lot in the past.
I got you.
Places that you rent DVD, all right?
Yes.
10,
Very good.
15, maybe 15 years ago.
It was a good time, right? I think the way we appreciated movies was different, right? I don't know. I feel that like nowadays everything is so, you don't like the beginning of the movie. Oh, I will turn, my connection is bad. Can you hear me? Yes, can you hear
Yes.
me? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I will keep talking. I feel that if we don't like the beginning of the movie, it's easier to change now, right? In the past, we needed to watch that because it was the option we had, right? Really, really difficult. Yeah. Guys, I think we have time. Go ahead, Tamara. Go ahead. Do you want to add something? Just say it.
I would like to know the place where had a drive cinema. I don't know if you know, but for example, in Socorro, the city, it's not so far here, don't have a cinema, but I have a place in the big white wall, and in this place, for example, the parents leave your children, and of course the persons stay inside the car and you watch the movie. It's so
That's a
beautiful.
nice experience. Yes, I know
Yeah.
during the pandemic that was really common, right? Because we couldn't go to the movies, and then it was nice. But I think now it's not available anymore. I don't know. It's been a while, but it's nice. It's nice. I loved it. Have you ever tried this or not?
No, I only saw
No.
this.
Okay. And you, Renata and Luis, have you ever experienced this kind of movie, or like watching movies this way?
Not really. In my hometown, it was available during the pandemic, but I didn't try.
Okay, no problem. And you, Luis?
Well, my case is the same of Renata. I didn't I didn't have an experience like this.
Okay, no problem at all. Me neither. I've never experienced that, unfortunately, but I think it's a good idea. I don't have a car, so it's hard to go. Maybe someone who has a car needs to needs to invite me. All right, guys. I don't know if you have time for the last one. Maybe we can start. It's a really good question. I think the best question. Do you think that movies can impact a community, and why and how? Really good. Luis, let's start with you.
Well, I think yes. The movies have a lot of impact in a lot of communities. We talked about this. There is a lot of movies that bring us a lot of thoughts about all the questions of the life, about problems, about the solutions, and about the best practice in any kind of situation. And I think that the main goal of the most part of the movies is do like something like this.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Luis. Nicole is back. Nick, I think you were in the breakout room, and I was here just helping the guys out. All right, but you can continue. Like you can finish. It's okay.
Okay. I needed to go to another room because I realized that have just two people talking there. So yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Guys, how was like the conversation? How was the conversation? If you want to share here a little bit about it.
We have a good time together. We talk about the saints and share our opinions about it, and other things also. But it was a good experience with the guys there.
All right. Okay.
It's amazing. Talk is about movies.
Yes. I hope like guys, what do you think about them? Like did you like guys? Did you like? Did you like Renata?
Yes,
Did you like Luis? Okay. So guys, it's almost 17 p.m. here. And guys, now your call is finishing. So I hope you guys have a good night, right? And it was really, really awesome and fun talk with you guys. Most of you, Tamara, Leandro, and that's it.
Okay, thanks so much.
Oh, but first of all, just let me put here a link to get a small forms. You guys can answer and like put your opinions about this call, okay? Just one
Okay,
second.
thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Let me see here. Okay. Here, guys. See you later, okay? Good night. Bye.
You,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Nicole. I really like this.
Bye.
Have a nice night.
Last night.